Hey everybody, today is August 7th, 2025, and it's my seventh official day of my August health challenge. And I'm at the local greenway taking my daily walk, and I still need to do a short to prove my accountability for that. But I thought I'd do a little bit longer of a video. It's not going to be that long because I'm not sure how much space I have on my camera. I still need to figure out the technical management of trying to have a vlog. So if anybody has experience with that and you can tell me the best way to do it, I would appreciate it. But the problem that I've had so far is I'll make the videos on my phone and then I'll upload them to YouTube. And I've figured that part out, which was a huge learning curve for me. And then I still have the videos in my cloud. And even if I remove them from my phone to get them off my phone memory, I still max out my cloud capacity, or where you need to spend more money or something on the cloud. So anyway, I apologize if I sound ignorant about this stuff. I am. I don't know the best way to handle that. What I did with the first bunch of videos that I started like last year is I uploaded them to YouTube, and then I deleted them from my cloud. But now I feel bad about that because now I feel like if anything ever happens to YouTube, or if I just want to have my own, like, collection of my own videos, I don't have them anywhere anymore except on YouTube. And I don't know, that feels kind of weird. So if anybody has suggestions about that, I would appreciate it. But back to the regularly scheduled or intended video. So today is August 7th, 2025. It's my 7th day of my August personal health challenge. And today the scale said that I weighed 237.2, which is exactly what I weighed yesterday. So no change in that, no loss, but no gain. So that's usually a sign when that happens that my body is trying to level itself out. And I'm just happy that it's not continuing to go upward. I do think that I am having a lot of symptoms that I identify as sort of inflammatory symptoms, just kind of some I think it's mostly muscle soreness, a little bit of joint soreness in my feet, probably from all the walking. And then the stuff with my breathing definitely feels like sort of a inflammatory sort of situation with my airways, reactive airway or whatever. So what I wanted to talk about today, and apparently there's some heavy equipment starting over here now, so I'm trying this format for the video too. So if anybody's watching and you've seen the other style when I have my phone the other direction compared to this one, let me know. Hopefully this won't be a sideways video. If I go to upload this and it wants to upload in a sideways fashion, then I'll probably upload it anyway, because, part of the learning curve. So anyway, sorry for any distractions. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this quick anyway. I just wanted to talk about eating. I wanted to talk about where my eating is at, or where I want my eating to be, and stuff that I'm trying to wrap my head around about choices with that. If anybody saw my short yesterday, or I think one of my other videos, I mentioned wanting to go back to intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day. That's kind of been at the top of my consideration, because I've done it before and I'm pretty comfortable doing it. Like yesterday, I had 1 meal. I was busy all through the day and didn't get home and didn't get a chance to eat until closer to 5 o'clock. And I was totally fine. I was hungry by the time, I sat down to eat, but I was fine the rest of the day. I wasn't starving or having blood sugar freakouts or, anything like that. But I was doing some research and I realized that somebody of my age who's trying to lose weight and not lose their muscle mass has to be really careful with fasting because you don't want to deplete your muscle mass. Like, I'm already muscle mass challenged going into menopause and not being in good fitness. So what I want to do is maximize my muscle mass, which will help me burn fat, but I don't want to lose any of that muscle mass by like inappropriate types of fasting or whatever. So looking at suggestions online, I basically am now considering if maybe instead of one meal a day, maybe I should try to have 2 meals a day. And that's specifically just to stretch out my protein intake. Because even if I like pounded down a bunch of protein rich foods once a day, I would still be hard pressed to meet my minimum, which according to the calculations I saw online, my minimum would be around 170 grams of protein a day, which just sounds like a lot to me. Now add in the fact that I also have a stomach disease, autoimmune atrophic gastritis, which messes with my digestion and absorption capacity. Like, one of the things that goes along with my disease is I don't have a lot of stomach acid. And if you don't have a lot of stomach acid, it's difficult to digest certain things, especially protein, especially when you pound down a bunch of protein all in one sitting. So I'm trying to be smart about this. And so I think I'm going to walk back my intention that I've talked about the last couple days about doing OMAD. And I think I am going to try to plan to have 2 meals a day that are protein rich, nutrient rich, whole foods, but also include plenty of plant proteins as well as animal proteins, because I will be, if anybody's curious, I will be eating animal proteins. I'm going to try to keep everything as clean as possible. Like, I can't afford a completely organic grass-fed diet at this juncture, but I will do my best with keeping the stuff I buy as clean as possible, and it will definitely be whole food based. I am thinking about experimenting with a pea protein type protein supplement. I don't know. I've tried some things in the past and I haven't tolerated them really well. So I'm hesitant to invest in, a big bunch of protein powder that I then can't tolerate. But I was thinking about going to like a local place that sells such things and talking to them and seeing if I can get sample packs or whatever to see if there's anything out there, protein powder wise is what I'm talking about, to add in to my 2 meals a day to try to, up my protein amounts without upping a whole lot of extra eating. Because why do I want to go for 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day as a compromise? Like, why am I not just eating 3 meals a day? Or some people recommend, 5 to 6 small meals a day. Well, I do believe that the science shows that the more often you eat anything, like it could be grass, like it doesn't matter, whatever you eat triggers your body to spike insulin. And then when your insulin is spiked, your appetite goes up, your fat storage goes up. And so in order to calm your insulin down, your insulin reactivity down, and to reset your body's insulin sensitivity, which I do believe I qualify as that metabolic syndrome where I have like insulin resistance and all that. Like, at one point they tested my insulin and it was like 33, and I think it's supposed to be 3. So that means I was like 11 times what it should have been. So I was like hyper insulinic. So anyway, I don't want to be eating a bunch of times throughout the day. I've never been the type to be a grazer, browser type, eating frequently through the day. I'm not a big snacker. I never really have been. But I have been the type that, I like food. And when I eat food, I like to eat a lot of it. And I think I definitely have leaned in the direction of sugary, like vices, which also spike insulin the worst. So yeah, so I just don't want to do any of that. I want to eat. I want to eat for purpose. I want to eat for nutrients and health. And so I think I'm going to try 2 meals a day. And I think my protein goal for the day, I'm going to try to hit that 170 minimum protein goal. I'm going to be eating whole foods. I'm going to be eating foods that are fiber rich, because another downside to eating a lot of protein is it can back you up. So I want to make sure that I'm eating plenty of fiber to keep everything moving. And yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about my eating. And I'm still liking the idea of maybe checking in and doing a short about the food that I'm eating, like here's my breakfast for the day or here's my dinner for the day. And so look for those videos, for those shorts soon, because I might be doing those. But otherwise, I think that that's really all that I wanted to share about the topic of eating. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, or if you want to share anything that's helped you, I would appreciate it. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Wishing you good health.